everybody, and welcome to the Week 1 College Football Recap. That was kind of dumb, but that's completely fine. What is going on, guys? My name is Cody Lear. If you haven't been here before, you definitely should check it out a little bit more. We are definitely a fun little place here. I think so, anyway. Maybe I'm not, but, I like to talk a lot, so, hey, who knows? That being said, we're going to quickly go over college football today. It has been the Week 1 recap. We've had some upsets. We've had some overrated players. We've had this. We've had that. It has been a fun week for some college football. All right, let's get right into that bad boy. Did we start with Thursday this week? I want to make sure. Yes, we did. Boise State got taken down by the University of South Florida 34-7. Absolutely dominated. Madsen looked pretty solid, though. I know he threw for like 225. Fortunately, Boise State just really isn't keeping up with everything else, and I think that that's part of their issue. Yeah, they really need Ashton Jeanty back, as these bugs keep trying to fly in my face, and I apologize. I think it's because we just had food. There's a very good case of that. But, yeah, Boise State takes an L really early. A team that went to the college football playoff last year, so I think a lot of people have a little bit more pressure on them, and rightfully so. Well, they took an L, a really bad L week 1. We'll see how their season goes from there. Rutgers, they beat Ohio 34-31. Ethan Kaliakmanis is back, playing some good ball. Bowling Green, they beat Lafayette. NC State played Eastern Carolina, and Eden ended up beating them pretty good. 24-17, pretty close game, but hey, got the dub either way. UCF, they beat Jacksonville State. Taven Jackson had a phenomenal game in that one, I think 282 yards. Delaware beat Delaware State. Welcome to the actual FBS Delaware. Shout out to you. UL Monroe, they got a win. Wyoming beat Akron. Not really surprised there. Missouri beat the living dog crap out of Central Arkansas. It literally just gets in my head sometimes. Duke beat Elon. UT Martin got beat down by Oklahoma State. Minnesota defeated Buffalo, and not a game that probably wasn't a surprise. Houston beat Stephen F. Austin. UAB beat Alabama State in a game that's closer than it really should have been, to be honest with you. Nebraska held on. This is a game you kind of want to talk about just a little bit, as Nebraska and Cincinnati. It's Big 10 versus Big 12, so a little bit of teams that you would expect to be kind of okay, right? And Nebraska ended up squeaking out to win on the road. That's the important one. Dylan Raiola, 243 yards. Pretty good game for him as they get the win, 20-17. Wisconsin shut out Miami of Ohio. I don't think that's going to be a huge surprise to anybody. San Diego State beat Stony Brook. Good game for them. Friday, there weren't a lot of great games on this one, to be honest with you. Illinois, they beat up Western Illinois 52-3. Luke Altmaier, 217 yards. We kind of figured that he would have a good year. Yeah. Tarleton State upset Army. I think that that's kind of an upset, at least. And they ended up getting the W against the Army, because Army was actually a pretty good team last year. Took an L week 1 though. Hopefully they'll get that thing figured out. It's just how it goes. Michigan State did take down an in-state rival as they beat Western Michigan 23-6. Kennesaw State lost to Wake Forest 10-9. Very close game, by the way. Hey, maybe Kennesaw State's getting something cooking over there. App State beat up Charlotte on the road. Pretty good win for them. Kansas takes down Wagner. This game right here, Auburn versus Baylor, this is the one we should really talk about real quick. Really good game, from what I was told. And it looks like, I think it was like Jackson Arnold, was that who it was? He came in, he kind of took things over, and he got the job done. 24-yard run. Yeah, no, it looks like he played a really phenomenal game. What's the passing yards looking like? Baylor had more yards, no turnovers. Penalties were on more Auburn's side. Fortunately, it looks like Baylor just kind of gave them the win. They just couldn't get sustained drives is what it looks like to me. Guess just how it goes sometimes, but hey, that's all right. Georgia Tech, also a good game. They beat Colorado 27-20. Caden Salter looks really, really good. So did Haynes King. I thought they both looked really solid in this game. Salter drew for 159. You expect for more passing yards in a game. Then, I'm sorry to tell you, it's just how college football is. A lot of running, a lot of all that kind of stuff. Haynes King with 156 yards on the ground. Crazy good day for him. But Georgia Tech ends up beating Colorado on the road. Good week 1 win for them. FIU takes down Bethune-Cookman 42-9. Not a surprise there. UNLV beats up on Sam Houston State 38-21. And Central Michigan, I kind of consider this one an upset, even though it's MAC versus Mountain West. They won 16-14. Shout out to them. Now, here we go. Here's the games we have. Texas versus Ohio State. Obviously, we all thought Arch Manning was going to be the be-all, end-all. I think we all kind of figured it that way. Unfortunately, that was not the case. It was a good defensive game. Ohio State looked really good. Arch Manning threw a pick that honestly really shouldn't have been thrown. Julian Sand was pretty accurate with the football, a couple drops, everything like that. Ohio State ended up just kind of getting the win. They played a better game on the defensive side, and they got things going. Shout out to Matt Patricia on his job, and yeah, really good win for them to start off the year. We had Penn State versus Nevada. You had Drew Aller throwing for 217 yards. Chuba Purdy ran for 55 as the leading rusher of the game. Kyron Hudson caught 89 yards. Very good game for him. LSU versus Clemson, another really strong defensive game, but LSU gets themselves a week 1 dub on the road over Clemson. And it kind of begs me to ask why Clemson was rated so high to begin with. I don't really understand that because they were like 11th in the playoffs last year. Hopefully my face isn't like covered in tomato sauce because if I'm going to crap on teams, it doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Either way, Garrett Nussmeier looked pretty solid. I thought Cade Klubnik looked okay as well. I don't think there was anything too crazy. Early on, LSU fumbled it pretty quickly, and that was kind of unfortunate. Zachariah Branch for Georgia. We're going to talk about him in a minute. I'm looking at Aaron Anderson. What am I doing here? Yep, 99 yards receiving. Really good game overall for the players. Not bad, right? It's week 1, so people are going to come back. We're going to get things locked in. That's just how it goes sometimes. Georgia, they defeated Marshall 45-7 pretty badly. Oregon beat up on Montana State 59-13. FSU upsets Bama. Ty Simpson 254 yards. Tommy Castellanos 78 yards on the ground. But Tommy Castellanos said, I don't know how they can stop me. He puts 31 up on Bama as Bama takes the L, number 8 team in the nation, already down bad, like the number 1 team was with Texas. Arizona State beat Northern Arizona 38-19. Michigan beat the University of New Mexico. Honestly, closer game than it should have been. Florida beat up on Long Island University. SMU beat East Texas. Kansas State actually had a close game with North Dakota, which North Dakota usually has a good football program anyway, so can't really crap on them too much there. Oklahoma got themselves a big win, 35-3 after their bad year last year. Texas A&M, 42-24 to UTSA. Indiana, 27-14 on Old Dominion. Really good win for them. You would expect a little better from Indiana, though, to be honest with you. Ole Miss crapped on Georgia State, 63-7. Iowa State, 55-7 on South Dakota. Texas Tech beat Arkansas Pine Bluff pretty badly, 67-7. Tennessee beating Syracuse in a really good game. Actually, Syracuse had more passing yards, but Joey Aguilar looked really, really good. So, yeah, no, Tennessee, shout out to them getting the week 1 dub. Of course, I'm a Vols fan, so that's probably not fair, but either way, was a really good game, actually. Tennessee kind of pulled away at the end, but overall, really good game for both teams. Mississippi State beat the University of Southern Miss 34-17. Maryland beat Florida Atlantic 39-7. Purdue shut Ball State out 31-0. Tulane 23-3. Pittsburgh 61-9 on Duquesne. Navy 52-7 on VMI. Kent State got themselves another win as they beat Merrimack. They finally got a win, 21-17. Kentucky beat Toledo 24-16. Boston College beat up on Fordham 66-10. West Virginia 45-3. We'll see if there's any other big games here. We're talking real quick, but West Virginia, they beat Robert Morris 45-3. Connecticut, UConn beat Central Connecticut 59-13. Louisville 51-17 on East Kentucky. Air Force won 49-13 on Bucknell. Temple, they won 42-10 over UMass. Dang, Temple beat them down pretty good. Northern Illinois 19-17 on Holy Cross. Liberty 28-7 to Maine. Arkansas beat Alabama M&M really good, 52-7. Memphis beat down on Chattanooga 45-10. Iowa 34-7 on University of Albany. Virginia 48-17 or 48-7 on Central or Coastal Carolina. James Madison, they beat Weber State 45-10. Vanderbilt 45-3 on Charleston Southern. I'm going to have to admit this one because as a Mid-10 fan, Austin Peay beat Mid-10 34-14. Was very embarrassing. The leading rusher was Jacale Middlebrook with 48 yards. That's how rough that was. Western Kentucky beat up North Alabama 55-6. Arkansas State beat Southern Missouri State 42-24. South Alabama 38-21 on Morgan State. Troy beat Nichols 38-20. USC beat Missouri State 73-17, so not quite the game that you would hope for in your debut, but that's just how it goes. Louisiana Tech, they shut out Southeast Louisiana 24-0. I believe they're going back to the Sun Belt, Louisiana Tech, so shout out to them for that. Utah State, they beat UTEP 28-16. BYU 69-0 on Portland State. Rice gets the win over University of Louisiana Monroe. Really close game, 14-12. Texas State beat Eastern Michigan 52-27. Shout out to them. North Texas shut out Lamar 51-0. They don't even have stats for this one, but Tulsa beat Albine Christian 35-7. New Mexico State beat Bryant 19-3. Fresno State won 42-14 on Georgia Southern. Washington State, they beat Idaho 13-10. California 34-15 on Oregon State on a game I thought would have been a little closer. Malik Murphy 24 yards thrown into the air. Trent Walker with 136 on the receiving. Leading rusher was Anthony Hankerson for 42 yards. It looks like. Not great. Arizona beat down Hawaii 40-6. I thought that would be a closer game than it was, but apparently not. Utah ruined Nico Imaliva's debut at UCLA 43-10. Shout out to them. Nico did not look great, so really all there is to it. As a Vols fan, it's not fair to talk about him too bad, so I won't, but didn't look great starting off. Devin Dampier just kind of dominated the game. 206 yards to the air, 87 on the ground. Really good job. Washington won 38-21 on Colorado State. Shout out to them as well. Hey, they got the job done. Now, real quick, I'll talk South Carolina and Virginia Tech. Kyron Drones threw for 221, Adway 60. Nick Harbor had 99 receiving yards. Lenora Sellers played a really good game, ran the ball in, threw the ball in. He played really solid. I thought Kyron Drones looked really good too, starting off. Shout out to South Carolina getting that win, 24-11. They should go up to the top 12 after what happened to Alabama this week. We'll talk about Notre Dame in a minute, but I don't think they'll go above them. Maybe. It depends on how they rank this, to be honest with you. Miami, Carson Beck's debut at home. They took on the number 6 team in the nation at Notre Dame as the number 10, and they ended up kind of upsetting Notre Dame. I don't know if you really call that an upset because you're only 4 ranks below and you're at home. I probably would have assumed Notre Dame to win, but I was hoping for Miami myself, and then I forgot Carson Beck was the quarterback, so I'm not really the biggest fan. But, hey, really good start for the season for them. I think that they should be really happy with how things are going over there. Really big dub, really big week 1 win. CJ Carr looked really good for Notre Dame. So I think Notre Dame's going to have themselves a pretty solid season. Hopefully they get it under control after last night. But, hey, really good start to the year for both teams. I think they both look really solid, honestly, offensively, defensively, everywhere. Shout out to them. Now, the last game of the week is coming on, actually, in a few minutes as I record this. TCU is taking on North Carolina. It's Bill Belichick's debut. Maybe I'll do a quick short about it tomorrow. I don't know, because I will be watching the game myself. But I didn't think it was. I figured we'd just go ahead and get the recap done right now. Yeah, really solid week of some college football. As you know, Wednesday I will be doing a predictions video for the NFL. I will be trying to do a top 10 teams heading into the season tomorrow on this channel. I am telling you this now so I get myself motivated to do it because I did take the weekend off to come up with some ideas. It kind of worked out, didn't it? But that being said, thank you all so much for stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you had a good day. And I hope you're having a good time. I hope you enjoy what we're doing. If you do, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. We will do our best to do them. I have some ideas of what to do. I just got to actually do them is the really issue there. Hey, we'll get right on that. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, if you made it all the way to the end, like I said, I appreciate y'all so much. And thank you. If you give me 1 minute of your time, I'm going to love you for life. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let's go, Vols.